Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video, and this is Melody Sheep, Life Beyond, wait, is it recording? Here we are. Life Beyond 3, In Search of Giants, The Hunt for Intelligent Alien Life. I don't know why I just hit my head forward as aggressively as I did, but I was supposed to react to this when it came out. When it first came out, I was sick, and I've just sort of been working my way back to YouTube videos, doing the reactions, etc. And we're now here, man, and I'm just excited. I remember reacting to the part 2, of course. I mean, I done it like 2 weeks ago. And people were saying this is the perfect time to react to it because part 3 is about to come. And yeah, it dropped literally like 2-3 days after I posted that reaction. So yeah, we're caught up to date with this sort of mini-series. I say mini-series, it's big series because every episode is like a movie. But yeah, we're just going to get into this, man. Links are in the description to my Instagram, my Twitter for those who want to follow me. Same for my Patreon, links are there for those who want to see extra reactions that get blocked on my YouTube channel. But let's just get into this, man. Let's see what they touch upon in this one, because these videos hit me differently. Like, I sort of find myself sort of just sitting there after, just sort of thinking to myself about space and just life in general. It just makes you think about things that you wouldn't think about otherwise. These videos are quite relaxing and scary at the same time. Doesn't really make sense. How can I say it's relaxing and scary? But it is. It just makes you feel like all kind of ways. But we're going to get into this. I said this a minute ago. We're actually going to get to this now. I need to stop talking in the fucking intro, man. People are going to get bored and click off. Oh, I'm excited for the music in this as well. The editing is flipping insane. It's actually insane. Before we properly get deep into this, how does he do this? How does this channel do this? It's probably like a big group of people. How? How can you manage to do these edits? I don't get it, man. I'm done when it comes to a lot of things, but when it comes to like editing or like graphic design or computers or whatever it is, man, I am so bad at any of that kind of stuff, which is kind of worried because I do YouTube. You should expect me to be good at certain things, maybe sort of related to that. I am not, man. I'm terrible. How? Because this, it's crazy. It is crazy. I'm gonna get into it now. Going back into the house here. Bro, that editing is insane. It's just crazy. What is this? This is the damn intro. This god damn. Chapter 3, man. I've been waiting for this.
The most complex object known in the universe is the human brain.
Mine's quite simple, to be
These
honest.
86 billion neurons have given us the power to transform our planet. But is this the best nature can do? We now know there are something like 10 billion trillion habitable planets in the universe. 10 billion trillion chances for the brain to be eclipsed by something else.
I can't even fathom that amount, that number.
The search for intelligent life is more than just a scientific curiosity. It's driven by a deep desire to connect with something greater. Finding an alien civilization wouldn't just reveal we're not alone. It could chart a new course of evolution for our species. And unlike primitive life, alien intelligence could be detectable thousands of light years away, making them potentially easier to find. What do they know that we don't? And how do we make contact? We're not the first to wonder. Years ago, we dreamed of lighting huge rings of fire in the Sahara Desert to signal our presence. And in the 1860s, a French poet proposed a patchwork of giant mirrors reflecting sunlight to Mars in the form of the Big Dipper.
What? Wait, what?
But if you want to send a signal across an ocean of space, bonfires and reflected sunlight won't help you much. Even a nuclear war on a nearby planet would be virtually impossible to detect with current technology. To really get your message across, you need a form of light you can't even see.
Wait,
Radio waves are
a form of light you can't see. Are radio waves lights?
ideal for carrying information long distance.
I mean, obviously they're not, but I guess that's the only way of getting any kind of contact.
Because
right?
compared to other forms of light, they travel more freely through
They are.
interstellar gas and dust.
Holy shit, man.
That's why SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, has focused almost entirely on scanning for radio signals, whether intentional messages or byproducts of technology. Our own radio transmissions have now traveled 100 light years and reached 75 star systems, some of which include potentially habitable planets. And if alien intelligence lies beyond this bubble of signals, they could still infer life on Earth by spotting oxygen in our atmosphere. Thanks to the SETI Institute and the recent Breakthrough Listen project, we have now scanned tens of millions of stars for signals. But despite all this, after 6 decades of searching, nothing. Only a series of false alarms and dead-end leads. We call it the Great Silence. But in reality, the search has barely even begun. There are 2 trillion other galaxies out there that are still too far away for practical study. If space were the size of all Earth's oceans, we would have searched less than a pool's worth of water for signs of intelligent life. On top of this, we might even be looking for the wrong thing. There's more than one way to communicate across space. An alien life might view radio as primitive technology. We have to consider every possible alternative, from the practical to the unimaginable. The search is now underway for a different type of signal, one we could even spot with the naked eye. Laser light.
Laser light. I'm learning things, man. I really am.
High-powered laser bursts can outshine a star by thousands of times and can carry far more data per second than radio. We would have to be in direct line of sight to detect the beam. But spread across many light years, they would widen to encompass entire planets and moons. Fleets of laser beacons could be used to sweep the entire galaxy, like alien lighthouses in a cosmic sea.
Wow, alien lighthouses, okay. Flipping, that's a crazy
Thanks
thought.
to a recent crowdfunding effort, plans are now in motion to monitor the entire night sky for laser pulses.
What? They ever spotted any?
But while these bright flashes would be relatively easy to find, advanced life might be using something far more elusive.
Yeah, probably.
Neutrinos. Tiny subatomic particles that are streaming through you by the trillions every second. These ghost particles can pass through entire planets and not touch a single atom. It takes a giant room like this to detect just a handful of them per day. But researchers recently proved neutrino communication is possible by sending a simple message through 240 meters of rock. If advanced life is using them to communicate, their signals could travel anywhere, through any obstacle, at the speed of light. Their messages could be streaming through us right now, and we would have no idea.
Jesus Christ.
Or maybe intelligent life is taking an entirely different approach to communication, using space-time itself as a medium. By manipulating high-gravity objects, they could in theory create pattern distortions of space-time, which could ripple through the universe in all directions.
What the hell am I hearing?
But making gravity waves strong enough to be detectable would be extremely energy-intensive. Maybe they're up to something far simpler. Placing giant sunshades into orbit around a star could block out starlight in distinct patterns, like a kind of cosmic Morse code.
Imagine that
And
creatures
even
could
though
actually
it
do
might
that.
take
Aliens could
years
do
to
that.
blink out a basic message, a system like this would require little effort to sustain.
Wait, so he says it could take years to get out a message. Why is that? Because no one would know what it is? Because, I don't know, I'm trying to sort of think of like what he means by that. Because is it because it's so far away? It takes so long for the message to like come across, like because of the speed of light or whatever. I don't know if what I'm saying makes any sense. I guess if you can see the star, the message will be sent as soon as possible. I don't know. I actually don't know what I'm saying.
But the most sci-fi possibility of all is that they have left messages in our DNA.
What?
Some have proposed that certain sequences of our genes could contain hidden messages, Easter eggs in our genetic code, placed by a life-designing higher intelligence.
I can't quite believe what I'm hearing, to be honest.
But far-flung scenarios like this are overshadowed by a more sobering possibility. Maybe we're just in the wrong place, at the wrong time. Using a detailed computer model of our galaxy, researchers have estimated that intelligent life was possibly most concentrated 4 billion years ago, and closer to the center of the galaxy. If true, then we would exist on the outskirts, light years away and billions of years too late to a galactic golden age. Maybe they were here millions of years ago.
Oh my days, man. Imagine they came when the dinosaurs were here. Or even before the dinosaurs were here. And they were like, what is this mess of a planet? Nothing's here. You came at the wrong damn time. Come on.
Witness to a whole different planet.
Yeah, that's a crazy thought, actually. That's a crazy, crazy thought. They came and just... it was just the wrong time. And maybe they come every billion years. The next time they come, we're not going to be here again. You should have came at the right time. And there probably won't be any sign of us being here in a billion years' time. Probably 100 million years' time, probably won't be any sign of us being here.
By now, they might all be long gone, and we could be living in a galactic graveyard. It may not be their signals that we find one day, but their relics. As it turns out, our chances of finding an alien civilization depend heavily on their average survival time. If the average lifetime is something like 100 years, then they will blip in and out of existence, rarely overlapping, and our chances of finding one alive are slim. But if they survive for thousands of years or more, then our chances will skyrocket as the potential for overlap expands. But what if they're not communicating at all? There's still a way we could find them.
I should watch this whilst high. Holy. Engineering.
We tend to assume that alien intelligence would share our motivation to communicate. But they may find the prospect of making contact too dangerous or too futile. If this is the case, then we have to get more creative in our search. In 2015, astronomers watched as this normal-seeming star began to dim in erratic ways, unlike anything they'd seen before. The cause is probably a giant dust cloud or a shattered moon blocking the light. But it has all the hallmarks of something else. An alien megastructure. And even though this explanation looks unlikely, it hints at a new way of finding intelligent life. Not listening for signals, but looking for their technology directly. Not searching for messengers, but searching for engineers. And to do that, we have to wonder, what mind-boggling alien technology should we be looking for? Each alien civilization would be wildly different, but classifying them by their energy usage will give us insights into what technology they might be using. The Kardashev scale divides them into 3 levels. Type 1 would have a mastery of their home planet, using all the energy available on it. Type 2 would have mastery over their star, harnessing all its solar energy.
3?
Type 3 would have mastery over their entire galaxy and would be more foreign to us than we are to amoeba.
What?
But before we go searching for alien super technology, how would we find civilizations like our own that have yet to reach Type 1? When a typical planet passes in front of its star, we see the starlight dim sharply. But observing a more gradual fall-off of starlight could be evidence of a dense ring of satellites, a Clark belt. Spotting this type of light curve wouldn't be a smoking gun, but rings around rocky planets are unusual, and it could point us in the right direction. Just as alien vegetation would leave a biosignature in its atmosphere, alien technology would leave a technosignature. Silicon produces a recognizable light curve similar to chlorophyll. Spotting this signal could point us to the presence of alien solar cells. And something more nefarious might also leave its mark on a foreign atmosphere. Alien pollution. Certain pollutants like chlorofluorocarbons aren't produced by nature and could be detectable even in small amounts.
Oh, wow.
These chemicals could even linger long after a civilization dies, pointing us to the remains of an extinct alien race.
They just detect it, and they know someone's been here, a living species. What?
Such a discovery could give us crucial guidance on how to avoid our own extinction. And there's another universal hazard we would be familiar with. Any civilization that uses huge amounts of energy will produce huge amounts of waste heat. This excess heat could prove a serious threat, just as climate change does to us. But it could also leave a telltale signal. Finding waste heat radiating from alien planets or other regions of space could point the way to intelligent activity. If not exterminated by their own technology, some life forms may achieve total control over their planet.
Creepy as fuck.
And become a Type 1 civilization. this mastery would come incredible powers. Control over all their world's ecosystems, its resources, and even its weather.
Imagine we could do that. What?
But no matter how
Right, imagine we can do that and then someone hacks it and it just causes a massive tsunami or a mass tornado. Just tornadoes all over the globe. Fuck it. All of you have a tornado today. That's the scary thing about it. People are smart. They'll find a way to hack into it or whatever, man.
Advanced, every planetary civilization will face the same cosmic threats we do. Gamma ray bursts, supernovas, and asteroid impacts will be a risk factor for any terrestrial race. Some might decide to flee to intergalactic space, reducing their exposure to existential risks, making their home in the voids between the stars. If so, then our search will have to encompass the entire swath of the universe. But alien life that decides to stay planet-bound will need long-term protection.
What the hell is this? Man, the editing's crazy. Crazy. Oh, fuck off!
The best way to protect your world will be the ultimate in home defense. A planetary shield.
Editing is insane.
These shields would cause a telltale dimming pattern during transit and could also emit a detectable heat signature.
How can they judge this? What? God damn.
Large-scale astroengineering like this would require a colossal amount of resources. And the easiest way to get them may not be from mining planets, but from mining asteroids. They are resource-rich and easier to manipulate because of their lower gravity. Searching distant asteroid fields for temperature or chemical anomalies could indicate alien mining activity. Eventually, though, asteroids might not be enough.
The editing again, man. I can't get over how insane it is. I can't.
Since our civilization is so new, any other intelligent life is likely to be more advanced than us. So we should think twice before revealing our presence. But alien super civilizations won't just be looking for resources. They will also need staggering amounts of energy. Stars output billions of times more energy than planets receive. To harness it all requires building something truly mind-boggling. Dyson spheres are enormous megastructures that encircle a star, designed to capture its entire energy output. They could also double as vast habitats for life. A solid shell would be physically unstable, So instead of a sphere, we might find a cloud of objects, a Dyson swarm.
See, this is what was at the start. The goosebumps are coming, man.
No matter their design, they would generate an enormous amount of infrared waste heat. And they could also eclipse or even block out the star's light entirely. Dyson spheres could also be built around black holes, which could have a smaller radius and collect thousands of times more energy.
How? I mean, obviously this isn't actually proven. He's saying could and stuff, but the idea of that just baffles me. A black hole. Bro, nothing could like go around a black hole, man. Not even a Dyson sphere. These things are too bad boy for that to happen. But imagine.
Any beings that come to harness their star's entire energy output will reach the next level on the Kardashev scale. A Type 2 civilization. This level of mastery would imply an astounding capability. Star lifting is the practice of harvesting stellar material and could provide thousands of planets' worth of resources. This process would also allow you to lower the temperature of a star, postponing its death by billions of years. In about 1 billion years' time, our own sun will grow too hot for life on Earth. If we ever find evidence of star lifting, it could inspire us to one day do the same and prolong the game of life. Eventually, there may be life that outgrows its star and needs even more energy. To branch out across the galaxy, life forms this advanced will probably need near-light speed travel. And if they do have this capability, there's a chance we could catch them in the act. Alien starships that hit the brakes at light speed could leave behind a long trail of ionized gas.
Just stops.
These trails might emit detectable infrared radiation. Strokes of light painted by masters of the universe.
Imagine.
Once life forms have harnessed all the energy their galaxy can provide, they will achieve unimaginable power. A Type 3 civilization.
Here we go. Look like a flower.
This cosmic virtuosity would be totally unfathomable to us. Life that has built billions of Dyson spheres and can create stars at will.
I'm tripping
In
out,
theory,
man.
their thirst for energy could make a whole galaxy go dark. So one way to search for Type 3 life forms is to look for what's not there. In distant space, there are huge voids between clusters of galaxies where no light emanates. These voids were once thought to be evidence of advanced life having harnessed the energy from every star in the region. But it turns out they are naturally occurring features of the universe. And a recent analysis of nearby galaxies revealed no evidence of any galactic-scale civilizations.
Imagine that was the case. Just imagine. They're among us, but they're just not there. You're hiding away. Imagine seeing that in the sky, flipping out.
In theory, cosmic architects could assemble enormous planetary systems far more intricate than anything nature could produce.
Stars.
One possible system that would be gravitationally stable involves 9 sun-like stars orbiting a supermassive black hole, which could support 550 Earth-like planets in a habitable zone.
Oh my! Imagine the scenes.
These artisanal solar systems could make ideal long-term habitats, or could even function as an alien nature reserve, with each planet hosting a different strain of life.
One planet you've got one planet you use to grow your corn, one planet you use to grow your rice. Just how whole planet's growing this specific plant, and we'll be living good, man. If only it was this easy. If only it was this easy. It's a cool concept, though. I like it a lot. Imagine seeing that in the sky too. Oh, wait. Obviously, you wouldn't see this, but
it's hard to imagine any life forms more advanced than this.
The scary thing is, I wouldn't even doubt that there is probably some life out there, wherever it is in the universe, that has something like this going on. I don't even doubt the fact that would be the case. I reckon there's millions of life forms in the universe, just out there doing whatever they're doing, like we are. Thinking they're alone, probably not even thinking about this kind of stuff. Maybe they're further in their development, or their... whatever you want to say. Their development? What's the word I'm looking for? Evolution. That's the least scientific word I could have used for that. Or some that have just sort of began, and they're now becoming whatever. Maybe they're still organisms or what, but I bet there is a life form out there that has something kind of like this. Maybe not to this degree, maybe more, maybe even crazier than you can imagine.
But in theory, there could be beings that control or created our universe itself.
That's what I'm saying, man. We're just a little bubble in this whole
Researchers
thing,
are beginning to test the idea that reality itself is just a simulation or an experiment run by some higher order being.
Here we go. This is gonna get juicy, baby.
Anything this advanced would transcend our ideas of life itself, as they would exist outside of time and space.
Just imagine, bro. Maybe our whole existence of not our whole existence. The whole existence of the universe is just 1 second in the lifetime of the outer world from the universe. Oh man, this is why I love this sort of stuff. It just makes you think these crazy ass things that probably ain't true, but still thinking about it, man. Still thinking about it.
In a way, the search for intelligent life is an evolution of the age-old search for God. Both are driven by a longing for truth and connection with something bigger than ourselves. And what if we do find a signal one day? What happens when the ancient dream becomes a reality?
How would we react? Okay, we're going to be into
it. Just knowing they're out there would profoundly change how we see ourselves.
This is irrelevant, yeah, but you see the human eye, you see how humans, this is going to be completely irrelevant to the story, but how humans love each other is like, you'll sort of see someone and you'll think, oh my god, their eyes are crazy. Do you reckon fish do that? Or like dogs or something, they look at each other's eyes and they're like, oh my days. Because I look at a fish's eyes and I'm like, get that away from me right now. I do not want to look at that eye, they're big, they scare me. But especially like big ass fish as well. But like, yeah, I wonder if animals look at each other and like, yo, your eyes are looking kind of good, man. Let me have a taste. I wonder, man, I wonder. The little things in life that matter to me.
For the first time, we would feel a true sense of cosmic brotherhood.
What is going on?
And studying their messages or technology could lead us to huge advancements and help secure our own long-term survival.
Or it'll be the end of us. I like to think that I like to think he's in the picture.
But the possibility of meaningful two-way communication would be bleak. Separated by hundreds or thousands of light years, we would be studying these civilizations as they were in the deep past.
That idea still baffles me as well. You're looking at how it was hundreds of
And our
millions
experience
years
of
ago.
language could be entirely foreign to them. But what if, after all our searching, we never find another sign of intelligence? What if we really are alone?
Don't do this to me. We can't be
We
alone.
can never be truly sure, as there will always be distant galaxies too far to ever study. But never finding any evidence would mean that our place in the universe is truly unique. It would saddle us with an immense responsibility to keep the flame of intelligence alive. Just as ancient civilizations speak to us through their monuments, we could build monuments of our own for future life to discover. Cosmic time capsules preserving a record of our achievements and our knowledge. Perhaps other races will do the same, and these memory vaults could become connected over time, each new civilization adding a link. It could be our destiny to be the first link in this chain, to be the founders of a galactic encyclopedia built upon by future life forms we will never meet.
Goosebumps are back, baby. Come on, let's be the first. Let's do it. I probably wouldn't help to leading us to get to that point, but all the scientists and the mechanics and all that who are helping us get to that point, come on, do it for all of us. Make us all proud. Right, what a video, man. Oh, this is a little bit of a bop, you know. I'll leave it because it just might get copyrighted. But yeah, man, this channel is so good. It makes me think. It always sort of like sends me into like a sort of just like a state where I'm just sort of like lost for words, and I either start rambling absolute nonsense that doesn't make sense, or I just start thinking about the craziest scenarios, and I'm just like at loss for words, pretty much. I don't know, man. I cried at the black hole 9-star visuals, not even joking. Carrie proclaimed this video a 10th wonder. Absolutely gorgeous. This guy is far too underrated. Wait, is this just a one-man channel then? These giants are probably his best friends, and from a somewhat billions. I can't say that number. 5.34.512 billion years ago. He's literally type 4. This is truly the definition of quality content. Yeah, man, it's elite, bro. I swear. I'm never disappointed by Melody Sheep. I honestly feel like a kid on Christmas Eve when I'm about to press play. And after watching, wow, this is a video that I will keep with me for many days until another rewatch. Such a masterpiece. The music is amazing too. Can't forget. Yeah, the music's crazy, man. It's like I'm sort of floating through time. It's nutty, man. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy this reaction. I got a bit comfortable with this one. I never sit down like that. I have to do it again in videos in the future. It's kind of nice. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy this reaction. Cause I'm a bit busy. This sends me crazy, man. But yeah, when the next one comes out, as long as there is a next one sometime in the future, I'm definitely gonna get that reaction out. But for now, this is the reaction to this. What are your thoughts on this? Like, let me know what you sort of think about these kinds of videos. Obviously, it's not factual. It's his own sort of studying and like his own opinions, I guess, of other people as well, based on certain facts and certain possibilities. But still, man, I just like the idea of these because it makes you think. But yeah, until next time, like, subscribe.